Hey guys, I'm just came on here briefly just to kind of just connect with y'all, talk with y'all. I know I haven't had much on my page as of recently. Just been going through life, just going through life and all that kind of good stuff. So, I apologize for that, but things I plan on doing a lot better this year. So, one of the things that I came on here for, there's really just been stuff just heavy on my heart that I feel like I need to share with others. Things that, things that I've just went through, gone through and stuff like that. And I just feel like I need to pass the love to someone else because I feel like there's someone else that needs to hear it besides myself. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on here kind of just to share that, just to share that kind of love or whatever. But so the focus of this video tonight, okay, for right now is childhood trauma, okay? And trauma just in general, childhood trauma, okay? And one of the things that I really just want to pass to you guys is that whatever it is that you have gone through in your life, okay? Mind you, we've all been through something, every last one of us, okay? Whether in childhood, adolescent, adult, we've all been through something. But, the way we interact with others, the relationship we have with others, it is all determined on our childhood, in a sentence. Like, it depends. It all just revolves around our upbringing. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where it starts. As a child, our parents, who we interact with, the examples that our parents show us, the examples that adult figures show us. And the thing that's really been heavy on my heart is that I have seen, not only for myself, but just in the collective, okay, in general, is that there is so many of us going through childhood trauma. And, or there's so many of us that are acting or being this type of way, okay, as an adult, as in a being in our relationship with others. And it's just a pure red flag of childhood trauma. Okay, and it's like, childhood trauma it's serious. It's a serious thing. I feel like a lot of us, me, myself included, I just feel like all of us in the collective have, those of us that have had a good upbringing, whether it's a good upbringing or bad, toxic, traumatic, whatever. I've just kind of realized, just seeing how people interact, whether on social media, myself, people that I have relationships with, whatever. A lot of the way, a lot of who we are comes from childhood. And unfortunately, the majority, if not all of us, have had some type of trauma in our life. Something, okay? And trauma is trauma, whether it's, it just doesn't matter, I noticed that, the collective all the time wants to be like, oh, well, my trauma was more, or this was more, or this was more, or this was yours less. And it doesn't matter. Trauma is trauma, okay? Our childhood is what makes us. So it doesn't matter whether it compares to anybody else, because however way it formed us is what is important, because we all have our own journey. We all have our own lives to live. You know what I'm saying? And one of the things that I just really just want to give, I don't know if you want to call it tough love, words of encouragement, whatever it is you want to call it. But one of the things that I really just want to stress to the collective is that we cannot allow what we have been through define who we are. You know what I'm saying? We can't keep blaming mom, dad. We can't keep saying, oh, mom wasn't this, my mama wasn't nothing, my daddy wasn't this, you know, my auntie wasn't this, my grandma wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have this, I didn't have that, I didn't have this, I didn't have that. You know? And overall, you know what I'm saying, that stuff matters, because the way it makes us feel is validated. You know what I'm saying? However it is that it makes us feel, whether it's heartbroken, depressed, whether it's happy, joyful, optimistic, whatever it might be. However it is, whatever effect that it has on us, it's validated. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's validated. And a lot of the times when we have traumatic experiences, we always want to highlight the blame. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it was this fault. I'm like this because of this. I'm this way because of this. And the thing that I would just want to share with you guys is that we got to stop giving others our power. We have to stop giving other people power in our lives. Yes, you know, a lot of the trauma that we go through, it is due to someone else. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's our parents, whether it's our caregivers, whoever it was that was a part of our life and our upbringing, they have a big part in it, a big role in it. But the thing is that I feel like so many of us is not realizing, so many of us is missing, is that when we go around blaming, saying, oh, my mama wasn't this, my daddy wasn't that, I didn't have this, I didn't have that, I didn't have this, all I saw was this, all I saw was that, you're giving them all the power, you know? And in childhood, it makes sense, because as a child, somebody else is responsible for us. You know what I'm saying? As children. Because we're children. We're supposed to be molded into the best version of ourselves. And those that have that responsibility is our parents, our caregivers, whoever it is that is raising us. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, a lot of the time, you know, those that raise us, they just didn't have it together. You know what I'm saying? In a sentence. They didn't have this stuff together. They didn't have a book telling us, hey, A, B, C, D, this is how you're supposed to raise your children and stuff like that. They went off of, they went off of whatever, burnout, I'm so sorry. But, you know, they go based off of how they were raised and stuff like that. And sometimes it's just not good examples. Let's just be real. There's not good examples. Sometimes, you know, there's good examples, there's bad examples and stuff like that. But the thing is that I don't think that we realize as a collective how much of our power we give away. When we go around blaming others for how we portray ourselves, our behavior, our actions, we're giving them all the power, you know? And that's something that we need to stop doing. And, you know, and it's hitting me a little heavy with this because, you know, I have children. And seeing that we come from children and we learn how to be adults from our parents, it's really important that whatever it is that we have gone through, we got to make sure that we are aware of the things that we've went through, and we take accountability for our own lives. Just because, you may have had toxic parents, toxic caregivers or whatever, it doesn't mean that we gotta be toxic as parents and pass that down to our children. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem, is that things are getting passed down and it just keeps going and going and going, and there's a cycle. And it's this that's it just needs to stop. I was having a conversation with my children, and I won't get into specifics exactly or what it was, but the thing that hit me was the subject. What was being talked about was, there was a statement made that, oh, well, so-and-so did this or so-and-so did that, so, I can do it, or, whatever. And while it was made all in fun and jokes and stuff, and stuff like that, at the end of the day, when you really get deep and you just really look deep into the situation, it's literally just, that's exactly how it is. What our children see from us, the examples that we show our children is what gets passed down. And we really got to work on that. Even if you don't have children, you could have cousins, siblings, friends, whatever. The way that we are brought up into this world is going to affect our relationship with others in our adult lives. And I don't think that people realize how important this is and how serious it is. Passing down these generational curses just it's not beneficial to us. It's not beneficial to us. It's not beneficial to those that we have in our lives, And we really got to do better as a collective and as adults in what it is that we need to do to get our power back, okay? Instead of blaming mom, dad, grandma, blah, 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 we need to take accountability for our own stuff, okay? It's unfortunate that I'm sure many of us have went through very unfortunate situations. And it's unfortunate, because we don't deserve that, especially as children. Nobody deserves, trauma and stuff like that as children, Children are relying on who brought them into this world, you know what I'm saying? And so, if there's anyone in the world that does not deserve that, it's children, you know what I'm saying? And we've all started as children, And it's important that we gotta start, really just taking accountability. The things that we go through in our lives, in the past, in our childhood, that it doesn't define us, There's no reason why we need to be giving people power over our lives. There's no reason why we should be blaming anybody as adults for this, and this, and this. Acknowledging it, having awareness of it, yes, we need to do that. But using them as the scapegoat for why we may be terrible people, toxic people, ugly people, good people. No. No, we can't do this. We can't do that, We gotta start taking accountability for our own things. Because the truth of the matter is, what happens to you in your childhood, that's not your fault. That's not your weight. That's not your responsibility. You know what I'm saying? That's not on you. But once we become of age to where we know better, we're conscious, and we're aware of what's right, what's wrong, what affected us, what didn't. You know what I'm saying? We got to take accountability for that stuff. We got to take accountability for that trauma, because it's our job as our own human beings, as our own being, to heal that. It's our job to do that. It's our job to heal what we have gone through so that we can be the best version of ourselves. It's our job to elevate our consciousness. You get what I'm saying? Our mindset. That's our job once you get of age to know better. You know what I'm saying? And when we all have our different, we all have our own timelines. You get what I'm saying? Some might move faster than others. Some might move slower. What matters is that when you know better, you do better. And one of the things that's just been really just hitting me really hard is just seeing people suffering so badly with their traumas and the things that they have went through in the past, and them being this full body adult, just walking around thinking it's okay to be an ugly person, be a deceitful person, be a deceptive person, or vice versa, it's just, I feel like it's just becoming so normalized, and it's like, no, this isn't okay. We cannot normalize toxicity. We cannot normalize trauma, negativity. Like, no. What we can do is that we can embrace it. We can embrace the negativity in our life. We can embrace, the dark sides of us. And I feel like so many of us as a collective is having such a hard time embracing our darknesses, embracing our demons. We're so quick to boast about the positive aspects of us, but in that same light, we're also so quick to talk down on darkness. And what makes it so crazy is that we don't talk down on our own darkness. We don't acknowledge our own stuff and say, hey, these are my traits. No, we project them on others, and we talk about everybody else. Oh, this is what this person did. This is what this person did. This is what this person did. Not realizing that the reason why what this person did is bothering us so much is because it's within ourselves. Okay? Everyone that we interact with is mirroring us in some type of way. Good, bad, and different. Everyone that we deal with is a reflection of us. Okay? So, if you're getting triggered by the things that people do and this, and this, then guess what? You're getting triggered by it because it's within you, and you don't want to embrace it within yourself. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to embrace it within yourself. We find it so easy to talk down on others and project on others, but we have such a hard time looking within. And we really got to start doing this. We got to start looking within. We got to stop giving people our power. We just have to. This is our lives. Every last one of us on this earth. They say it's what? 7.5 billion people on this earth. Every last one of us are different in our own way, but in that same breath, we are all one. And by my statement of being we're all one, we're all human. Okay, so that means every last one of us is gonna make mistakes. We're gonna make mistakes. We're not going to be perfect. We got light and dark. All of us. We got a light side and a dark side of us. And we got to start embracing them both so we can love ourselves as a whole. There's no way in the world that we're going to be able to just embrace the light and not the dark. Because without the dark, you cannot, there's no way in the world you can embrace the light if you can't embrace your darkness. There's just no way. You're only accepting half of yourself. You know? What is that doing for you? Only accepting half of yourself when you're whole. You know, we're whole. So why in the world would you only accept half, you know? And so we just gotta do better. We gotta do better with that. We gotta do better with embracing our demons. I see so many people nowadays just fake. Fake. So fake. Social media has become this huge platform to where you can just mold yourself to be whatever, you know? Not, you know, it's just like, I see so many masks with people and so many people portraying themselves to be this, and it's like, no, you know, especially like when you know people and stuff, like, you just know, you know, because of the fact that we're all one, you just know when somebody's faking and they got a facade and stuff like that. And sometimes you won't know, you know, because again, there's light and dark. If you're struggling with your own traumas, you're struggling with your own demons, you know, you're in the low vibration. So the only people that's going to understand you is those that's in the low vibration, you know? And, you know, and those that are in the higher vibrations, they're going to, you know, attract, like attracts like, you know, you're going to attract what you are. If you are a vindictive, toxic person, guess what? That's what you're going to attract. You're going to attract toxic and vindictive people because it's a mirror, you know? And, you know, it just breaks my heart because I see so many people just not wanting to embrace themselves as a whole, you know? They'll boast about all their accomplishments, all the positive things about themselves. But when it comes to that darkness, they'll talk down on it. They'll talk bad about it. They'll talk about other people who are also on that. But they won't go and say, hey, that's me too. You know? That's me too. You know? We're so quick to try to please others. You know? We always want to try to, you know, and by the way, like I'm just saying, just like in general and collective, you know, always trying to please others when they don't matter. You know, like, why in the world are we pleasing others? We need to be happy within ourselves, because in order to appreciate others and cherish others, we got to give it to ourselves. In order to love others, we got to love ourselves, because again, every relationship we interact with is a mirror, it's a reflection. So if you're dealing with people that you hate, despise, talk down on, that's because you feel that way about yourself, you know? And so, you know, we really just gotta start taking accountability and saying, hey, look, okay, yes, my past, my childhood, whatever, was hell. It was a nightmare, you know, or whatever, but that doesn't define me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to keep the generational curse there. Yeah, my parents were toxic. They were this and they were that and they were this and they were that and they treated me like shit. But I'm not going to take that with me pass it down to other people, you know? And, you know, lately when, you know, just kind of just looking around in the world and just stuff like that on social media, interacting, you know, it makes me, you know, the song from Erica Badu is so heavy with me right now. You know, Bag Lady. You know, I know y'all know that song. Bag Lady, you gon' hurt your back. Dragging out, you know. I ain't gonna do all that, you know, I'm tired, so. But, you know, that's what it makes me think of, because it's so true. Because that's exactly what it is. If you carrying everybody else's baggage, that's not even yours, you know, it's gonna wear you down, you know. Why in the world would you want to carry everybody else's baggage, you know? Let that, somebody try to pass you that, let that mess drop down. Put that out there on the curb for trash day, you know what I'm saying? Like, we are not obligated to carry other people's baggage. We're only responsible for ourselves, you know? We're responsible for ourselves. We're responsible for our own baggage, on whatever it is we contribute to our own lives. We're not responsible for what other people contributed, you know? It doesn't change the fact that they contributed, but we don't have to let that weigh us down. Let them have it. You know what I'm saying? Let them carry that. Let them figure out what to do with it. You know? We got to start making each other accountable. You know? When people have done you wrong and they weren't the best parent and they were a bad influence on your life and stuff, don't keep giving them the power by taking that blame. Oh, they did me like this and they beat me down and they made me just like them. No. Leave that with them. Give it to them. Because then when you leave it, they ain't got no choice but to deal with it. You get what I'm saying? They have no choice but to pick it up and look in there and see what's up in there. And look at what it is that they put in that bag too. You know? We're not responsible for that. So we gotta start just, we really do. It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart because of the kids. You know, kids. We can't keep passing down these generational curses. We just can't. We can't. We can't do this to our babies. We can't do this. We just can't. Especially when we know better. Especially when we are aware that this is toxic. This isn't the right way to move. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking. I'm not talking about those that don't know better yet. Because like I said, we all on our own timelines. There's some that just don't get it yet. But the ones that do, we ain't got no business. We ain't got no business passing that down to our children, to the people that care about us in our lives, knowing how bad it hurt us, you know? So, you know, I just wanted to come on here. I'm tired, so I'm going to start, you know, so I'm going to get up off of here, but I just had to get on here and just say that and say, look, we got to start taking accountability for our own stuff. Stop giving other people our power. Stop over here telling, oh yeah, that's what they did. Yes, they did it, but let them be accountable for it. Let them realize they part in what they did so they can embrace their darkness, face their demons, and heal it. Because as long as we don't take accountability for our shit, the more that we're going to keep on letting this just fester up and just build into this huge ball of chaos. You know what I'm saying? Let it go. Let all that mess go. Forgive, forget, whatever it is you got to do, do it. You know what I'm saying? But before I go, you know, I'll get back on here and kind of touch base back on it a little bit more when I'm like nice and bright. Right now I'm kind of delirious a little bit, but I I had to get on here because it has been on my heart for a while, and I've been wanting to just speak on it and stuff, and I've been kind of like procrastinating and pushing it. And I want to do better this year on speaking my truth and stuff like that. I want to do better with that. So I don't want to keep pushing things down and being quiet. I want to use my voice, you know, and I don't want to keep making excuses of why I'm not using my voice, because I feel like we all can be an inspiration to each other. I feel like we all can shed light to one another, because we're not alone. We ain't the only ones that's been through stuff. We all been through stuff. But we're not going to ever be able to help each other if we're not willing to admit we've been through this stuff. This is the effect it has on us. And we go in there and we tear it apart and see, okay, this is what this is doing to me. This is what this is what it's doing to me now in my adult life. I see how I'm bringing it, you know, to now. We're not going to be able to help one another if we can't go within. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I've always been the type to speak from experience. So that's why I'm just trying. I feel like a part of my purpose is to speak on my experiences. Because I know there's someone out there that's been through the same things I've been through. Maybe not everything to a T, but they've been through something, you know? And if I can just shed a little drop of something to help them get through, then, you know, I'm all for it, you know. So, but before I go, I just want to go in here and shed some love, give y'all like just some kind of motivation for the night. It's late. I think it might be morning now, actually, but just want to go in here and give y'all some type of inspiration, let you know that you're not alone. Let you know that the things that you went through in your childhood, the things that you went through in your life, you didn't deserve it. It wasn't your fault. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't on you. So just let it go and leave it to the person that tried to put it on you in the first place. Give it to them. It's not yours to even begin with. You know? We all deserve to be the best version of ourselves. We deserve to live our best life. So let's do that. We deserve to pass light on to our children. Our children deserve to live their best life. Our children deserve to be great. And in order for them to be great, we got to do better. You know what I'm saying? Because our children are either going to be in our footsteps and they're going to do exactly what we did, or they are going to take accountability for themselves as an adult and say, nope, I'm leaving that with you. You know what I'm saying? We all got different paths. We can either go left or right. It's all up to us, you know? But anyways, I just want to come on. I'm going to just go in here real quick and see what it is that is needed for you guys, for all of us, okay? As a whole, from inspiration, motivation, whatever it is, Holy Spirit, whatever it is that we need to hear, whatever it is that's going to get us to the next day. I'm not worried about 2 weeks from now, a year from now. We're just worried about how in the world we're going to make it through the next day. Baby steps, you know what I'm saying? Baby steps. So let's see. What is it we need to know? What is it you want me to share and pass down to my loves out there? What you want me to pass down? What kind of light do you want me to shed to them? Okay. Look, I can't make this stuff up, okay? Look, I can't make this up. Look, I'm even gonna read the definitions to this. Okay, there's 2 cards here. I can't make this up. Look, the first one is align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change. You see that? And then the next one. What'd I just say? What'd I just say? Mirror, who or what is triggering you? And I'm gonna read these to y'all, okay? Real quick. I'm gonna read these to y'all. You can't make this kind of stuff up. You really just cannot, you know? You can't make it up. And that just gives me confirmation that the love, the light that I'm trying to share with somebody, there was somebody that needed to hear it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful that I came on here and decided to do it, because at first I was hesitant. I was about to make another excuse, you know? So for the first one, Align Your Life, I'm gonna read that to y'all, okay? And it says, align your life, what is not aligned or needs to change. What in your life is no longer in alignment with who you truly are? We are cyclic beings in a constant state of change, of evolution, of growth. Change is one of the only certainties of life. When you resist your cyclic nature, you resist life and feel stuck. Many of us have learned to be who the world wants us to be. But there comes a time when it's harder to hold on to this facade than it is to embrace who we truly are, to surrender to how we have changed and align life to that way of being. If you pull this card, you are being called to let go of who you once were or the things that you once defined yourself by, the job, the relationship, and the mask you wore, and to embrace who you truly are now. To courageously step into the person that you came here to be in full authenticity, to embrace your weirdness and your uniqueness. Perhaps you have outgrown some relationships or circumstances, and it is time to reassess and bring all the parts of your life into alignment so that they are congruent with who you truly are today. Look at that. Look at God. You see that? Okay? And then the next one. It's a mirror. My butt needs to lay down because I am delirious, okay? But I'm glad that I came on here to share this with you guys. Okay, so with the other card, mirror, it says the filter of our own experience is how we experience life 90% of the time. Through our own projections, when someone reminds us of an unhealed experience, we get triggered. Often it's an unconscious thing. People and situations can trigger our mirrors to reflect back to us what we believe to be true about life, the universe, and ourselves. Mirrors pointing to our shadow and our light. Mirrors revealing the parts of us that are yet to be accepted, witnessed, or loved. This card is guiding you to look closely at what experiences or people are currently triggering in you and what they could be mirroring back to you. When have you felt like this before? Could they be opportunities to heal something in you? Or are they shining a light on something that longs to be witnessed in you? This goes for the good and the bad. The good, those who we admire and put on a pedestal. If we do not realize that we are attracted to them because we are like them, we will need to cut them down in order to rise to their level. The bad, those we despise, are envious of, and put down. If we do not realize that they trigger something in us, then it is still yet to be healed, and we will remain hurt and wounded ourselves. You see that? You see that? So for anybody out there that's like, what's she talking about? She crazy. She always been weird. embracing my weirdness and my uniqueness then, because you just saw right there that these cards just co-signed exactly what I just said, okay? So let me see if there's one more message or so before I go and lay my head down on my pillow. Lay your head on my pillow. That's the song. I'm about to listen to that as soon as I get off with y'all too. Ooh. Okay, let me see. Is there anything else, Holy Spirit, that you want me to give to the collective? Anything else that we need to know right now, Lord, just to get us to the next day? Okay, we got 3. So we got deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held. Okay. Then we got warrior woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? Okay. If there's anybody out there, okay, that's for somebody. And star mother, how can you mother yourself? Okay. And I'm gonna read these to y'all, and I'm gonna let y'all go after this, okay? So for the first one, deep replenishment. Oh my gosh, these pages, okay. This little old book for my big, strong hands. Okay, so deep replenishment. The most selfless thing you can do is to fill up your own inner well. When we are running around half filled, we subconsciously look to things and people around us to give us the nourishment and nurturing that we so deeply crave. Nothing can grow in barren lands. You are no good to anyone if you are running on empty. The feminine is bountiful, fertile, and rich. Tend to your own well and watch as the amount you have Tend to your own well and watch as the amount you have to give multiplies. If your inner well isn't full, you will find yourself craving things from the outside world to fill it. This is our body's instinctive way of reaching for the grounding and nurturing that we are not allowing ourselves. What nourishes us? What refuels your body? What is nectar for your soul? What brings you back to life? What is your secret medicine? What makes you feel abundant and fertile, overspilling with life? It may be gardening, arranging flowers, getting a massage, using luxurious essential oils, snuggling up on the couch, hiking, sipping a good coffee at your favorite cafe, attending a women's circle, reading about sacred sites, spontaneous bike rides, walking along the beach, or yin yoga. What nourishes you is your medicine. When you give yourself the medicine that you need to be nourished, you nourish all those around you, for there is more than enough to go around. Okay? So do something that deeply replenishes you today. Okay, so the next one, warrior woman. Okay? For the women out there. Okay? It says, have you answered your deepest calling? You are here for a reason. You're being called to bravely pave a path. Have you answered your highest and deepest calling? Living a heart and soul-led life is not all fluffy and smooth sailing. Living a heart and soul-led life requires courage to triumph over fear. So often our fears are the gatekeepers to our greatest gifts. And the more resistance we have towards answering a call, the more important it is to our soul's growth. Sometimes fear is an indication that we are facing the right way. Joan of Arc was known for her courage in her famous line, I am not afraid, I was born to do this. But the thing about courage is that it's not possible without fear. So if you are feeling afraid, what is needed is courage. And courage comes from living from the heart. Think of your fears as opportunities to expand rather than things that are holding you hostage. If you look at your fears in this light, then as uncomfortable as it might feel, it's actually a sign that you are on the right track. Okay? And the last one, Star Mother. Okay, and this one says, how can you mother yourself? You are more healed than you could possibly imagine. Love and cherish so deeply that if you knew, you would not spend 1 second of your life in separation, worry, or fear. Let the mother carry your burdens. Let her rock away your fears. Lay all of your worries, regrets, shame, and guilt on her altar. Please, please, sweet child, do not fear. You are love in motion. If you allow it, you are already healed. Let her remind you of your goodness. Let her love away your fears. Your capacity to love and hold others is limited to your capacity to love and hold yourself. Be compassionate with your sweet body, mind, and soul. Treat yourself like the beautiful spirit that you truly are. Remind yourself that you are doing your best and try not to carry it all on your own. You have got this, and the mother has got you. Let her broad arms take away your burdens. Let her lift the weight of the world off your shoulders. Forgive yourself, my dear sweet child of the earth. Okay? So somebody needed to hear that, okay? You're not alone. Okay? You just gotta, it's all about you. It's all about us. You feel me? If we do what is needed for our own highest good, everything else comes together. You know what I'm saying? So, stop giving others your power. It's been about you the whole time. So, why give it to somebody else? Don't give nobody else that credit. You feel me? But, alright, guys. This is it for tonight. I am so delirious. I know you can tell in my eyes that I am tired. Today was a long day. But I am so grateful. Lord, thank you. I'm glad that I came on here to just share some love and some light. And I promise I'm going to do my best to do this more often. Okay? You know, that public speaking. Those of us that went to school together, if y'all watching this, y'all know how that public speaking was. But it's all right. It's all good. Okay? But anyways, I'm going to let y'all go. I will see you next time. As far as Amaya Majesty, I still got things behind the scenes, okay? I know y'all haven't heard from me on my page for a while as far as like my products and what's coming out and stuff. But stay tuned, okay? Share the love to people. Tell people to subscribe, okay? Because I will update you on here, okay? When I get things situated, okay? It's just baby steps, and right now I'm going through life right now, okay? I'm just going through life, and I'm trying to just, Lord, I'm just trying to push through the best way I can. But I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I cherish you guys, okay? You guys are loved. You are important, okay? So I will see you guys soon, okay? I'm gonna do my best. Excuse me. I'm gonna do my best to try to, you know, do like a consistent thing. I can't promise you right now, but my intentions is to be more consistent, okay? But I love you guys so much, okay? Be light, okay? Be light. Love on yourself. Love on them demons, okay? Love on them motherfuckers, okay? Love them, okay? You gotta love them. You can't say you love yourself if you don't love your demons, okay? All right, but I'll see y'all later, okay? Talk to y'all, okay? I send you love, peace, healing, light, love, okay? Anything that you feel you are in lack of, I send it to you, okay? If there ain't nobody in the world tell you that they love you, I love you, baby, okay? So, and so it is, and it is so. All right? You guys have a good night / morning, and I shall see y'all soon. Bag lady, don't hurt your back, okay? All right, y'all. See you.